Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984 here, also known as the man. Oh, no longer the man without a fan, because I have a few. But that drunk guy and his bullshit opinions coming to you on this beautiful evening after a good rain, and Lord knows after 90, God, 90, something like that. It's like 65 to 95 days. I can't remember. I don't watch the news because it's always full of fake bad things, and so I don't really watch the weather report. But we finally got a good rain today, from like 4 or 5 a.m. to like 9 a.m. So grass and trees and my rose bushes got a nice drink. So normally I have a rant and rave topic that I like to go on, and maybe there'll be something that pops in my mind that I just kind of about. We'll see when I get there. So let's go ahead and get this started with in normal Saber fashion. Grab yourself a drink. Grab yourself a smoke. And grab onto your butts, because here we go. Okay, everybody. So, first things first, let's go ahead and get into this Trump raid at Mar-a-Lago for secure documents. All right, my number one question about all this is because you're not going to get the truth from anything that they show to the public eye until there's a hearing of, you know, the real truth. And even then, so if you look at the January 6th committee, it's not the truth. It's just a bunch of bleeping Trump haters that don't want him to run again, which is exactly what this is. He's always said witch hunt, witch hunt, witch hunt. And I get the fact that people don't like him. I mean, hell, when he first ran, I was like, I don't want the TV show guy with the bad comb over hair to be my president. I mean, he's a billionaire. Like, all he's going to be out for is money and his ego. And then, I read some of his book, and, well, one of the many, uh, and listened and watched, and I'm like, all right, this guy's trying to do it for the country. Like, even from the 80s, he's always had a business mindset with the country in mind. And hey, our country needs a business mindset rather than a political driven, need money in the pocket kind of person. So I went with it. Do I like his personality? Do I like the way he speaks? Not really. Do I agree with everything he says? Do I agree with all of his decisions? No. That whole getting the jab thing he signed off on, dude, puppet, weak. No. Anyways, I digress. Back to the original thing is they raid this guy's house. Okay. He is a sitting, living ex-president. Still able to run again, but he is still protected. 2.5 years later, don't you think that all these so-said documents that they're raiding for would have been something on the news with CNN or NBC or NSNBC or any of these other places that hate him? Because as soon as they got knowledge of anything, or so-said knowledge, they were all over it right when it happened. Oh, they're going to do this. They're going to do... Why did it take 2.5 years and it just come out of nowhere? Maybe because the midterms are coming up and they're losing. Maybe because they don't have a good candidate to put in the office, and the Republicans really don't have a really strong money backing president to fight back this 2024. Or maybe the fact that he could actually win the 2024 election, come back and be like, all right, see what just happened? We got cheated. Y'all got cheated. 4 years of all this crap. I don't have much time to fix it. Here's what we're going to do. So, my whole thing about it is, it's a bunch of BS. It really is. Why would a president have something in his personal home that is classified? No. If he were to take anything classified, that would go into his library or be recorded in the presidential hall or whatever it is of Congress. They have those places for them to keep just for themselves. So why in the hell would he take something? Oh, he took nuclear codes. They don't work. They change every president. Tards. And on top of that, what else is he going to take? Things that he doesn't already know? If he was going to spill it, it was going to only be for leverage and rebuttal. If it was actually something that he took. I don't believe it was. But then again, I wasn't there. I'm hearsay. I'm third party. I don't know what. So, and normally I cuss like a sailor, but with this new job, I'm really trying to censor myself, because my job is to speak to customers and not swear, and that's my thing. So, the whole Mar-a-Lago rating, all that, this is definitely just another play by the left and the Democratic Party trying to get him for something, anything that they can get him for, just so he does not run again, just so he's not able to run again. They are trying to burrow this guy so deep, he's like, all right, I quit. I don't want to deal with it. Y'all hate me so much. Y'all don't want me here because I am actually going against y'all. I give up. That's what I feel that they're doing. Moving on to the birthday week, I guess you might say. My birthday falls on a Monday this year. I am off Sunday and Monday. Saturday, as I've said in the last YouTube video, that hey, I plan to go to Comic-Con. I plan to go see O'Neill and Creature and you know, have a good time for my birthday, and so many other things just coming up. But I can't squeeze all that together. There's just no way financially and time-wise that I could actually do that and maintain my professionalism at work and everything that I like to do. So I'd like to go to Comic-Con, but usually when I go into Comic-Con, I walk in there with anywhere from $300 to $500, including entry fee. And go in and get good art, autographs, stuff like that. Might have to put that on the back burner. I really might. It hurts me to not be at Comic-Con for 1 year, other than the neglect of the pandemic lockdown. It'll really hurt me not to go. I'd love to go so bad, but my first check from this new job was only a half of a check for 4 days, and You know, the month is almost halfway over. It's probably not going to be financially available or smart. So there's always next year, as long as I survive. Other than that, go ahead and just say that I spoke with O'Neill for a good hour today, and we just shot the shit, laughed, talked about some ideas, talked about the upcoming show. Really excited for that. I keep begging to try and get Landon to get in there, but Landon is not 21; he's only 12, and I just really want him to see these guys perform. And O'Neill and Creature, you know, shout out to both of y'all being like, "Oh man, we'll after party. That kid can be there after the show. We'll do this." It warmed my heart that those two guys were like, you know what, the young kids and everybody else, we can do an after party. To hell with the 21 and up, you know, respect, because that's awesome. You want to go to a younger crowd, you want to please everybody, you go above and beyond just to do it. Hats off to you guys. Love you to death. So, August 20th, anybody that watches, go to the Red Zone in Lubbock, Texas. There is a huge lineup of great artists, up and coming and well-known local people. Headliner, God, I wish I would have done my notes and wrote it out. Forgive me, but an excellent show. It's such an excellent show that my parents were only going because they didn't think O'Neill was performing. They were only going for the headliner because they have followed for a long time, and they were like, oh, we don't care. He's going to be there though, right? Oh yeah, he's hosting the show. He'll be there. Well, we're going because we've been following so-and-so for so long. Awesome. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you there. So, can't guarantee I'm going to be the most sober in my life because it's 2 days before my birthday and I technically don't get a birthday weekend. So, might have to hire me a nice, pretty, busty designated driver. But, moving on. And moving on to one thing that, you know, I guess it's something that I really got to work with and work on as the days go by and the sun and the moon set, is that having a home and making it not just a bachelor pad. And this is something that I really got to work on, let me tell you. Because I've lived alone for so long and done it by myself for so long, I'm really set in my ways. Come outside, sit with my dog, have my drinks, watch the sun go down, listen to music, go inside, warm up some leftovers or whatever have you may. And then go inside, play a video game, watch a movie, crash out, go to bed, whatever, you know. You get into a routine. And it comes to be a routine that you're so used to that you're like, I don't want anything else. I can't accept anything else. But then you integrate other people. You have people living with you, other people that you have to worry about, care about, talk to, give your attention to, kind of thing. And today, I haven't told anybody about this, but it was a really good feeling. I came in, loved and kissed my dog. changed my shirt, and said, all right, well, I'm going to go ask the kid how his second day of school was. And I knock on the door, and I hear, Travis? Yes, sir. Open the door, and the kid jumps in my arms and gives me a hug. And it's like, wow, I never expected that. I mean, you're my buddy, and I love you. But I never expected anything like that. And it was kind of one of those Travis doesn't have feeling moments where I actually have feelings and emotions. Made me feel really good. Like, all right, this kid cares, you know. And I love him too. He's a good dude, you know. I always said that the best parents are parents that pick up the payments of somebody else's overdue life that they could not commit to. I can't remember when I said that, but I know I wrote it down. But I think that, hey, you need an introductory to it. And for me, missing out in so many years of life of not having family or kids or anything like that, yeah, I'm not that bad of a guy if this cool little kid will jump in my arms and give me a hug after his second day of school and only stand with me for a couple days, you know, and he's comfortable here, he's happy, you know. Yeah, things change and he's got to deal with a couple different things and a couple different rules, but it just made me feel really good that that kid jumped in my arms and gave me a hug. Made me feel special. So that is something to definitely remember and something very positive in my life. So I figured I'd say that, and I'm going to move on to the next subject before I get teary-eyed and bitch-like. All right, and just to further it up and end the thing, let's just go ahead and talk about this whole signing in the deal that Biden's putting in there for the Inflation Act. Since, you know, most of my posts are 99% political, for the most part, is if you really read it, they're not going for anything but themselves. The taxes alone, everything that they're aimed at is totally reverse mirror image of what they say. You can even look back to further, 2 years ago, Pelosi was sitting there telling everybody, oh no, this deal is going to da-da-da-da-da, tax the rich, da-da-da-da-da-da, make everybody pay their share when they're the wealthy. Honestly, you are the wealthy. Why are you putting this bill out there if it doesn't help you? Because quite frankly, I have never heard of the super wealthy bitch and complain about the taxes. I really haven't. Most of them have a really smart team that know a way around it. I mean, if you do your taxes like a normal American, you find your loopholes, whether it's your gas, your food, business write-offs, that kind of thing. You just find your way around the hole, and hey, Trump did it for years. Hey, if he can find a way to manipulate the system, is that his problem? No, that's his benefit. And that's part of the American lifestyle, or that being of mankind in its own right. You find something that is created just to benefit somebody else. Because those taxes that we pay, whether it's for schools, whether it's for roads, construction, highways, whatever it may be, there's a lot more money because there's a lot of people that pay those taxes. So all this extra money that's just sitting around has to go into the pockets of people that make these laws and rules, and the IRS and all that crap. And I almost hurt my brain for fucking going that hard. But the thing is why in the hell are you going to sit there and be like, we don't like this guy because he's doing this and we're going to tax the rich? Well, y'all are the rich. Y'all are the wealthy. You guys are that populace that you keep pointing a finger at, but y'all stay wealthy. During the entire lockdowns and all the pandemic BS, did y'all ever go without a paycheck? No. Did y'all ever hurt for food? Did y'all ever hurt for... No, you didn't. People like us, we did. There were times where I was like, well, I'm not going to get paid because I refused to do unemployment. I have to work. So I kept my business open, and we were maybe, if we were lucky on a good day, maybe making $400 a day. And that's with delivery services, pickup orders, that kind of thing. Maybe we made $400. There were days we made $35. That's not enough to keep the lights on, the business open, anything like that. We were hurting in our business, as well as millions of other Americans were hurting, but not those people. Not those people that put those laws and those sanctions in place. You can't go to work, you can't do this, you can't do that. They put that in place, and we're just like, well, we're sorry, but it's for the safety of everybody else. Fuck the safety of everybody else. We have to feed our families. We have to keep us alive. And if this government wants to shut us down or tell us what we can and can't do, no, you're dead wrong. So I blatantly and honestly will say that the people pushing the pins, the money, and everything like that are just blowing smoke up your ass. They're telling you that you should do this, you should go for Ukraine, you should not like Russia, you should go green, you should do this, you should do that. Me. Well, if they're telling you to do something, is 99.9% of the time because they want you to. Not that you should, for the better of everybody. You can look at the masks. As I've said in many, many YouTube videos, if you wear a mask, all you're doing is regurgitating your filth right to your face. Oh, I have an outbreak on my face, and I just don't look good because, well, why? Because you're told to do it, you're made to do it. You are fouling your own body by regurgitating everything. That's why you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're not supposed to have something sitting there. Honestly, if you were to inhale something, you could just have, if you wanted to protect it, something that filtered your nose and exert it out that way. Nah, but you can have people wearing super duper masks when it comes to real poisons and things like that, and all these other mining and whatever jobs that they have to wear, Terminex or anybody that deals with chemicals. They wear apparatuses that protect them and filter out the breathing, and we are going to survive a pandemic mass hysteria of a man-made virus that's killing millions. Say more. with a piece of cloth thinner than your underwear, and this is going to save lives and stop spreading. I can tell you right now, if I go to Taco Bell and have the most foul food ever, rip ass, and it goes through my underwear, through my pants, and those vapors, which it is air, it is oxygen, and it is water vapor, depending on what you eat, goes through 2 layers of clothing, and somebody else catches a whiff, and you think that little face diaper is gonna stop a deadly disease? Come on now. Come on, wake up. Wake the fuck up. Quit being stupid. Use your brain, not what your ears and your eyes are being told to you on the news. They want ratings. They're politically backed. Their beneficiaries are paying them to say what they want. Do your homework. Look who owns those companies. Look who runs those companies. Look what parties they support. Look how much money they give to those said political groups. You will find a common denominator that they want you to believe what they are pushing. That's right. They're shoveling the shit and you're smelling it. So, enough of that. We're pushing almost 30 minutes and I like to keep it right about there. So, overall, really looking forward to O'Neill. It is a free show at the Red Zone in Lubbock, Texas. It will be, I believe, 8:30. 8:30 is when the show kicks off. So, be there, be square, come out, show support to local independent artists, and have a good time. So, thank you kindly for watching. Please share, like, comment. I will have O'Neill on the show eventually. And everybody else I have in the works. But it'll be a good time. So, thanks again. This is Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinions. If you don't like an opinion, tough.